That's something that I've often wanted to know, and I'm glad you answered that. And you were saying that it was a very impactful experience for you. So how did that experience with the turtle change you? Like, what did that teach you to do? How did it make you view things differently?
I could definitely, like, I learned that I could make other people, like, feel for the other animals around them, other living beings around them. And so I made that person who, like, captured the turtle.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I have to interrupt you again. You're a very popular person. So we have another caller. Hi, caller. Can you please state your name and where you're calling from?
This is Reggie calling from Jamaica, Queens.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, thank you. See, you're one of the very few people who asks how I am. Totally kidding. But thank you for calling. What would you like to tell us today?
I just want to tell you that you're doing a great thing with the show and to ask her about the book.
Yeah, absolutely. Please ask her about the book. What would you like to ask her?
What kind of ideas came to you when you was
I'm sorry,
contemplating ideas for this book?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? The volume on the floor is a little low, so can you please increase that? Not you, but can you please repeat that question?
I wanted to ask her what kind of ideas did she came up with towards this book.
Okay, what kind of ideas did you come up with towards this book?
Well, obviously I came up with the idea of having my experience with the turtle as the main part of it. And then I included my friend's backyard, because that's always been like a mystery to me, how like beautiful it can look and how like natural it can look. And I had to include like a lot of things that I see around me and my environment, around my house and everything. So of course my friend's house, where the turtle was actually found. And yeah.
Thank you for calling. Thank you for your call. Thank you for your answer. One more thing that I wanted to ask you. Oh God, I'm totally losing my train of thought. Right, in terms of animals, right? This is obviously not your only encounter with animals, and I can see from what you're telling me and from the book that you are really passionate towards animals. Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have now 2 cats.
2 cats?
Yes. Lucky and
cool.
Zombie.
Zombie?
Zombie.
Oh, zombie. Okay.
Though she might act like a zombie at times. Zombie.
That is too cute.
Yes. And my dog, Aryan.
We have another call. Hi, I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting you. But hello, caller. We're very grateful to have you here. So can you please state your name and where you're calling from?
Hello?
Hello? Hi.
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 What's your name?
This is Suniti.
Srinidhi? Is that one of
Sunidhi.
your friends?
Sunidhi.
Okay. All right. You can carry on this conversation. Say hi to your friend.
Hi, Sunidhi.
Hello.
Hi.
What would you like to tell Ashreya?
That I'm really proud of her and I liked her book.
Thank you.
Aw.
Thank you.
How old is she? How old are you?
Sunidhi is very young, so.
She's like
6.5.
6.5. My God, that's adorable. Well, we're very happy to have you here. I think you might be our youngest caller, so you deserve a big round of applause for that. Thanks for calling.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Sunidhi.
Bye. Saying bye for her. And, well, your passion with animals is very obvious. We have another
Hello?
call. My God, you're too popular. Hello. Can we please have your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, Asher. This is Ramya from Pennsylvania.
Hi, Ramya.
Hello.
So, I read your book and I really loved your book, Ring of Hope. It was
Thanks.
really meaningful and inspirational, and it's even like hard to just choose like one favorite part. And the theme of the story totally fits your personality, because you always care about everyone, whether you know them or not, and you're the one always holding out a helping hand. You're a really hardworking person, and you've already become a distinguished person in society at such a young age. And you're like a really an inspiration to me.
Wow, thank you, Ramya.
Those
You're
are some really
welcome,
nice
Ashreya.
compliments.
That is.
Thank you so much for calling, Ramya. Oh. We are so sorry. That was not me who cut off that call. But thank you for calling nonetheless. We did not mean to Go away. No, nothing like that. But thank you for calling. And I absolutely agree with what you said about Ashreya.
Yes.
I also know that you are the winner of several awards, a lot of them humanitarian in nature. We have another call. Hello.
Hi, Ramya again.
We're never going to finish this conversation. So can I please have your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, I'm Shreya, and I'm from Pennsylvania.
Hi, Shreya.
You're like, oh. Uh-huh. Hi, what would you like to say to Ashreya?
I want to say that the book that she wrote, it was really good, and I liked the concept and the plot of the story because I really like animals, and I thought that it was a really good book.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for calling.
Let's not cut her off if she has a question.
Okay, I think that's all she has to say.
Okay.
Okay, but thank you for calling, Shreya.
Yes, thank you.
All right, regroup. Okay. Okay, but again with the book.
I'm sorry, your day is
Hi, who is this? What's your name?
Hi. Hello, Ashreya. Shivani wants to talk about the book.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Let's have more. You totally paid these people to say that.
Excuse me.
I have my mind made up. You have bribed people.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
It's not my fault.
Please
I'm
tell
just
us what you have to
awesome.
say about the book.
Hello, Ashreya. Just want to
Hi.
say we're all very proud of you.
Thank you.
Very, very proud of you. Shivani, do you want to say something about the book?
Yeah, I like that Ash helped, like, Ash had a love of animals, and that was, like, so good, and it's like a really, really good book, and I read it the first day I got it.
I'm sure even people who buy Harry Potter don't read it on the first day. That is good.
Wow.
Thanks so much for your call.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yep,
Take
bye.
care.
Bye.
How much royalty do you get from this book? You are like totally bribing these people.
Hey, it's not my fault if I'm just awesome.
I love you. High five. You are awesome. So one thing that I really want to say really quickly before we go, you did win an award from PETA. So you're obviously very involved with animals and you care about them a lot. So keep up your good work. And I know you have another book coming out by the end of this month, which is a book of poems. I'm just kind of summing it up. Oh, look, there's a picture of you.
Hi, me.
Yes. Is that the frog? What is that?
Excuse me, that's a turtle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see it from here. Okay. All right. For me, it's like karma in the form of some turtle. It's going to like slowly gnaw at my hair. But sorry about that.
It's all right.
But thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Mr. Ajay, for bringing your daughter. We hope to have you back here. But before you leave India Talks for the day, you do play the piano, so we want to hear you play a little something. So go for it. Take it away. Let's give her a big round of applause, encouragement.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go Shreya.
So I'm going to play a little part of The Swan by Saint Camille, and I'm going to play the Pallavi, Anupallavi, and Muktai Swaram of Ninakuri, which is an Eastern classical song in Mohanam Ragam. So this is the Swan part. And then this is Ninakuri.
Thank you for that, Ashreya. She's obviously very multi-talented, multifaceted. Thank you so much for being on the show, and we hope to have you back here soon. So we also have some incredible artists who are going to be on the show. Before we go to them, just want to announce a few things. So we're going to have Roland, because it's Thunder New Year. Of course, it's not complete without a Thunder movie song. So before we go to that, just want to say a few things. The Thunder Christavakoil is celebrating their 30th anniversary this May. So they're one of the first churches of Indian origin in New York, and I think in the country. And they've worked very, very hard to preserve Tamil culture in the community. So I lend my support to them, and I hope you guys can support their celebrations. Hello, and we're back. And so now I have with me two artists, Preet and Surya. Let's give them a big round of applause. Welcome them to India Talks. So they're instant friends because they both are artists.
Yes.
And but I know there's one thing Preet does that, I don't know, you might surprise me by doing this. I know you like Pepsi, but Pepsi of a different kind. So tell us about your camel, who I'm very jealous of her. She has a camel.
I do have a camel. Yeah, I have studios around the world, one in Rome, one in Jamaica, and one in Rajasthan, one in San Diego, one in New York. So yes, in Rajasthan, my transport is a camel to town. And my camel's name is Pepsi.
This is way too cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long have you been camel riding? That's kind of something rare.
2005.
2005, wow. Have you ever been horse riding? Is it similar?
Yeah, I have some cousins that are Italian who have horses. And so a couple times with them, and then just in life, I love animals too.
They're really sweet. Is horseback riding and camel riding similar at all?
You know, they are, but a camel can outbeat a horse.
Oh yeah, it's like legs are 50 times longer.
Long legs.
God, they have pretty eyelashes too.
Yeah,
like, incredibly
camels are beautiful.
Yeah, they
just don't want to
are.
catch them coughing. Nasty.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Disgusting?
Oh yeah, the whole gut comes out of the mouth when they cough.
That's disgusting.
And
really?
it's tricky. Yeah, they're gross.
Wait,
too.
so how do they get it back into their body?
That's how they do it. They cough, it comes out. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I have seen the
Yeah, they cough.
but I haven't seen it
spilling its
though.
guts.
Yeah, they cough, it comes out, and then goes back in. It's cool.
And I thought like a llama spitting was bad. I know.
Or do you push it back?
I know.
No, they do it all on their own.
Oh wow. All right, that was a little gross. Let's talk about art. That's a little less gross. No, but thanks for that. How long have you been painting?
Since I was 5.
It's incredible. And
Yeah.
you were telling me that your dad's an artist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just give me 1 second. Jonathan Griffith, what was that?
That was 15 minutes.
Oh, that was 15 minutes. Oh, okay, I was like, what's flashing? I'm not getting it. Thank you. So tell us about how your dad inspired you to paint, or did he, or?
You know, he really did. He didn't mean to. I was supposed to become a doctor. But he, when he first moved to the country, and he was looking for work, he's naturally an artist. Like, he did that his whole life. But he went to school as a computer engineer. We were in Chicago. I lived in Chicago before the West Coast, before the East Coast, and consistently lived in Europe and India. So anyway, when we were in Chicago, he was looking for work, and just always had a palette out, brushes and things of that nature. And as a 5-year-old, you know, we grab everything, we take everything, we hide everything, we use everything.
Play with everything.
Yeah, so I ruined the house quite well, and every auntie and uncle's house on that note. But
well, you're an artist now, so I'm sure all's forgiven. It's all all good.
Right now they can sell their homes for a lot more.
I know.
Yeah,
like it comes installed with art.
Yeah,
take a look at that.
Yeah,
that's awesome. What about you? How did you get into art, Surya?
My story pretty much something like hers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like our forefathers. Like we are from a community where we are, like from the forefathers, we are artists.
Oh wow, that's
like
incredible.
Our grandfathers, they were artists who created the jewelry of the temples in India
That's incredible.
and the statues. Mostly we work with the jewelry.
Mhm.
Even the community I belong to is Vishwakarma.
Oh wow,
That's how I think I have blood.
that's
yeah.
that's
the
great.
genetic,
So art is kind of part of your
yeah.
culture and your
So
family.
like
and
we one day realized that, oh, everybody applaud something. Oh, this guy did a house with a hat, nice hat. Like, that was one of my picture when I
know
was
we
doing.
have some of your artwork, both of yours.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing it every now and then, and when I see it on the screen, I will definitely bring your attention to it.
So in my grade 1, okay.
There we go. Wow, that's incredible. What is that one?
Oh, that is Golden Buddha.
Wow. So is there something
Oil
you
on
looked
canvas.
at when you? Oh, okay. Is there something that you were painting off of, or was that just from your imagination?
Oh, that's the size of the is like 3 feet by 2 feet.
Wow.
Oh no, 1 feet by 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So within the space, I was trying to fill it like a
Oh, wow.
magnificent.
That's
yeah.
incredible. And this is also one of yours.
Yeah, I did it in 1992.
It's
I made my friend
beautiful.
Syed Salikullah, who was a classmate in B Pharmacy. So that guy, I made him undress, not completely, and I wanted to see the anatomy of the body,
Nice.
and then I tried to create that.
How important is it? I'm asking both of you now. Either one can take the question at whatever time. How important is it for you to have a model when you're painting people?
Very important.
Yeah.
It is?
Very important, because you want to capture the essence of the model. If somebody has a sweetness, you know, emanating from them, I want to use the word tapak.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know, like there's just a sweetness from them. You're not going to capture that always. Sometimes in a photograph, like you go somewhere and you take a photograph of the place, you don't feel it, right?
No,
You're like,
absolutely.
no, it doesn't look like this. It's the same
Absolutely.
thing with the model. You want to be able to feel that person, and then on top of that, there's something to be said about figure, human, muscles,
Like you were saying,
bones.
you wanted to capture the anatomy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like
this is
how
what
the
you're
nature teach you like what you want to do, like, right? So we just copy the nature, what God has created. Like I see you're pretty, your hair is pretty.
Oh,
You look like
you.
a, you know, like, so we tend to sketch, like the hair you have, the figure you have. It's something like that.
So do you
So-
both just carry art stuff with you all the time so you can start just painting or drawing or sketching? Do you guys do that?
As far as myself is concerned, like art has become a part of my life. Like I do different other things too, but I use art for my charity work or my happiness, my pleasure, or to make others happy.
I know we were talking about this in terms of passion.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think one thing that comes to mind is when I had this really great English teacher in school, and so he was telling us that any kind of artwork, and by this he also meant literature, is a form of activism. It's what you want to say to the world. It's your message to the world. It's your message to society, whether it's correcting a societal wrong or something like that. Art is injected with the artist's feelings and their opinions about certain things, whether or not it's apparent to the onlookers what it's about. It's definitely got some sort of activism to it.
Yeah.
And I know, how is your artwork reflecting or reflexive of your?
Artwork is always reflective of the artist. Although I like to take that further, and I believe that it's a connection with God. It's, for me, it always feels like I'm channeling, even when I don't want to. You know, you said, do you always carry your stuff around? I can't not turn it off.
Right.
As he said too.
Goes with life, yeah.
For some of us, we can put it under control. Some of us, not so much. It's out of control for me, for sure. It's everywhere, and it's never everywhere enough. But as far as reflective, I find that you really have to work on yourself, and that is the duty and obligation of an artist. You really have to work on yourself, because that's what you're putting out there. And you need to understand the power you have in your hands and your eyes, because it will control the world.
Right.
And so you have to be aware of that, and then again you just let go. And I think the whole thing about art is that it's a happiness that's found within. And so you're almost just giving that to others and letting them find it, either teaching them how to paint or what have you, or at least allowing them to be the artist by just enjoying the work.
And I know you can speak for some of this because you're also a social worker in certain respects. So I know you are part of an organization, Be Care, is that what it's called? So what is your organization all about?
Be Care is Bapuji's Center for AIDS Research and Education. So we started this in the year 2003, December 1st, on World AIDS Day. We started in India first, and then in 2006 we started in Canada, and we have a counselor in Canada. And in 2009 we established in the United States, and now today we are IRS recognized 501c3 organization.
Congratulations.
And by God's grace, because we had been finding this difficulty being an international organization, and then we had to restructure under the United States law.
Right. One thing I remember reading, and it kind of shocked me, was that the rate of HIV and AIDS prevalence in India is actually whopping. I think it's like the second highest occurrence in the entire world, and I was shocked. I totally didn't know that, and if I don't know that, I'm sure tons of people in India don't know that. That's why it's so important to have an organization like this, because I feel like HIV and AIDS is something that's thrown under the rug so often in a place like India. So it's great that you're doing something for it. So what does your organization do towards
So we are not much funded with the for the organization, but still we work with the counseling, and we act like a referral center. We try to take private calls of people affected or infected, recently infected, and then what they have to do. So they go panic about it. They give us a call, then have personal discussions like that. They try to open their heart, talk about what the mistake they have committed, like that. So we give whatever necessary precautions they need to take, or we guide them to certain clinics or something like that for testing, after the window period.
As basic as that sounds, I think it's something that's super necessary, because with something like HIV and AIDS, it's not something that if you ignore, it'll go away. No, that's not how it works at all. The more you ignore, the worse it is.
So we can never ignore this, because we have to be careful.
So I'm very, very glad that you're providing this service, because this is obviously something that it takes a while for people to come to terms with. And so having someone that they can turn to, having an organization that doesn't judge, that doesn't, say anything negative, is something great. So how does this actually connect with your artwork?
Oh yeah, like we sound pretty much same, seriously, because she wanted to go for medical. Even I was intended to go for medical school, but still I deviated to pharmaceutical.
Like, I was going to go to med school at some point.
when we try to go, some people go with different intentions, to make money, to make a service to mankind, something like that. But as far as is concerned, and I can also see her, she looks transparent. And in the sense with her,
Really?
so
Yes.
so service motive, right? So we also use artwork in this field. So likewise, we created a couple of paintings in India, in the hospitals, like the largest hospital we have in Andhra Pradesh, like Usmania Hospital. We created a mural, and it has also come to media, and we also put a quotation and intend to do in Gandhi Hospital. And then I did a huge mural, like painting, in the International AIDS Conference, Toronto.
That's incredible.
And one unfortunate thing was that it was lost after the conference was finished. It's a huge, like about 15 feet by 5-6 feet.
Wait, how did you lose it?
Yeah, it was hanged on the top, but I don't know. It was lost, and after the conference, they say everything. We were delayed an hour, and then such a big one has been taken out and then rolled, and somebody took it out.
Okay, airports are bad in terms of losing luggage, but losing artwork that's like 15 feet wide.
And it was hanged about like 15 or 10 15.
Oh, it's so
yeah, it's
unfortunate. I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear that.
It's
but I'm
a
glad you
convention
made the
center in
artwork.
Toronto. Yeah.
Oh, we have a caller on the air. Hello, caller. How are you doing? Can you please state your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, hi, good evening. My name is Sarah Shabaka, and I'm calling from the Scene Gallery in New York,
hi.
Brooklyn, New York.
So, who are you calling for?
I'm calling for Preet, the artist Preet.
Hi. What would you like to tell Preet? What would you like to tell our audience?
I would like to ask Preet this question,
Yeah.
and it's a very simple question, straightforward. How do you start painting? Do you see something and say, I want to take a photo of that so I can paint it?
You know, it's interesting. I do plan, but I don't think things go exactly according to plan, and I just kind of let go. So when I start a painting, I'll see someone and say, I want to paint you. And then it can turn out to be an elephant. It can turn out to be
Oh, God.
a lion. It can turn out to be, you know, what have you. But that person is still in the painting, and that's what I'm going for, something that I saw, an emotion, like it could be kindness, or it could be intelligence, or something that I need to convey and sort of help the world, you know, with. That's all. Sarah.
That's really nice. Thank you for calling. Thank you for all your calls, everyone. Just before we go, we have barely a minute. Quickly, in like 5 seconds, how to contact you and how to contact you. Preet, take it first.
The best way to contact me would be, I have a website called Preet Works. It's
Check it out. Really cool artworks. Preetworks.com, right?
Yeah.
Preetworks.com. And check out her work. It's incredible, and you'll know where she's going next. It's awesome. And what about you?
Yeah, I have
You
some
and
of my
your
work with Facebook, where you can check with my name, like
And your
Surya Prakash Makarna.
organization?
And the organization, we have two websites. One is www.bcareindia.org. That is BCAREINDIA.org.
Sorry.
And another website is www.aidsride2012.org.
Thank you so
AIDSRIDE2012.org.
Thank you. So please be sure to check out that. He's obviously promoting a great cause, and I think we should all be on board with that. And one more thing before we go, thank you for watching the show. Thank you for all your calls. We'll be back on May 9th, 8th, I don't know, second Friday of May. We'll be back here, same time, same place. Like our page on Facebook. It's been wiped of all the likes, so please like it. I can't be the only one liking it. That doesn't look good. And that's about it. Bye. Yeah, thanks QVTV. Thank you, crew.